Hey guys, my name is Brian Storm and I make YouTube videos on how to help you become better at NHL 17. This is a video redux of breakaways, updating the first video that I came out with on NHL 17. This will also go at a little bit of a faster and kinder pace so it doesn't take forever for me to get to the point. Breakaways are an essential part of your gameplay in any NHL game because they're your best chance of scoring. It's just you and the goalie, though sometimes I guess the player can control the goalie, so then it's you and the player and the goalie. So this is the backhand, forehand, backhand maneuver, also known as backhand FWB winky face. You can call it whatever you want, I don't care. What you want to do is approach the goalie on your backhand. Since he's a lefty, it's on the right side. You hold the puck on your backhand, and as you approach the goal, you switch to your forehand, and then back to your backhand, and then tuck it into the open net. You're welcome to watch the stick motion on the bottom right, but the secret to this one is you have to hold down on your backhand for a little bit before you fake with your forehand, and then go back to your backhand to tuck it into the open net. I'm also aiming to the right with my left stick because that's where the open net is. I don't want to shoot it at the goalie. This is by far the best breakaway move that you can do in this game, so try your best to approach the goalie on your backhand. The next breakaway maneuver I'm going to teach you is a sweep deke, and it's the deke that you have to do if the goalie is cheating very far to the right, where he's not really going to bite on your backhand FWB shot. So a scenario like this, the goalie's probably not going to let me in on the right side. Another reason to use this deke is if you're being chased on the right side as well for someone trying to poke you on the backhand. So you approach the goalie from the right, and then with the right stick, you're going to do the sweep deke, which starts off on the backhand, and then you're going to go a clockwise motion all the way around, while with the left stick, you're just moving to the left, so your player moves with the deke. It's one of my favorite breakaways to use because it's very crisp and clean, but keep in mind, some players may not be able to use this deke if their stats are too low, so they'll lose the puck after you do the deke. The next one is the toe drag, and it's the opposite of the sweep deke. This is the best one that you want to do if you're on your forehand side, so in this case on your left, but only if there's no defender on your right ready to poke check or hit you. This breakaway maneuver has been nerfed since the November patch, and you can only really get it down effectively if you go across the crease like this. Before you used to be able to do it on the far right side and just do a little toe drag even more to the right, but now it just doesn't work. So pay attention to my stick motions here and when I decide to go for a shot. It's at the end of the deke when I make it past the goalie. You don't want to shoot too early on this shot. So now what happens if there's a defender on your right blocking you from attempting this? You have to go for the leg up breakaway maneuver, which is from earlier NHL games. What you do is as you approach the goalie, you press the right stick in and then go to your backhand and then back to your forehand before you shoot top left or top right if you're a righty. Sometimes you don't have to do the kick up motion if there's someone chasing you down on the left side trying to poke you, but then again, you should just go for a toe drag then. If you're stuck between two people, you probably don't want to do it at all. But if that's the case, you can just screw the kick-up motion and just go backhand and forehand, but keep in mind that it has a lower chance of going in. Finally, this last beautiful deke that I want to talk about, you guys get to see it 3 times because it worked 3 times in a row. It's the between the legs deke, and it's very situational when you should use it. It depends on how aggressive the defender on your right is being, so that you can do something like this. I know this entire time we're talking about breakaways, but you know just as well as I do that sometimes you can be a lot slower and defenders can catch up to you. I would highly recommend doing a toe drag here instead, but if you don't have any other options, this could be something for you. So what you do here is you pull back on your forehand. I'm holding it at about 7 o'clock, though I guess I dragged it all the way down to 6 o'clock. When I get close to the goalie, I press the left bumper or L1 button to do the between the legs deke, and then I kind of spam up on the right stick to make sure that I shoot right after I come out of the deke. You also have to make sure that you're holding the puck in a certain way so that when you do the between the legs deke, you're going to go more towards the right rather than right into the goalie. You would do that by trying to level yourself with the left stick by skating downward a little bit right before you go to the goalie. Then the puck is straight to your left, that's when you go for the deke, and then you tuck it home. That'll do it for this video. If you guys found the content helpful, feel free to check out the other parts of the series, which I will link in the description of the video. Feel free to like the video or share it with your friends so you can look like a good person trying to help them out. You can comment on the video if you have any questions or need additional help. Finally, you can subscribe to the channel for the ultimate NHL experience featuring in-game tutorials, guides, team builds, player reviews, giveaways, and more.